Hi everyone, it's been a little while. I hope you have been doing well. This will be a chatty studio vlog. I wanted to talk about personal projects as a creative, so please enjoy the accompanying clips of me working on a mix of collaborative work and a secret sneak peek at a new personal project. So lately, I've been shifting around projects and starting new ones. I have lots of scattered tasks happening simultaneously, so my to-dos every day is a little different. I'm doing great, but feeling a bit restless lately. It's kind of a feeling like I want to achieve more and have a better grasp on things. Well, it's more like I wish I had an instant grasp on things in order to prepare a more thoughtful response and give my best work output. I know part of that is linked to some anxious feelings. An example is I don't like to go into a work call without notes that I prepared beforehand and running through my responses to possible questions. I feel that I'm someone who puts lots of consideration on communication and accountability to deliver quality work and to keep the project moving forward. It's hard when it's not reciprocated and you're left waiting for things to happen or an answer time after time. Have you ever felt that way? I do totally understand and have empathy towards changing schedules though, because collaborative projects encompasses more than one person and everyone does need to adapt. My reflection is that waiting held onto my energy and time, which not only affected my enthusiasm to make art, but also realistically affected my income opportunities. It's not a negative experience to have though. I think it's more of a calibrating type of experience in understanding what and how I was interested in creating. I have learned to let go of waiting on projects which I can't control, happen in their own time, and of course fully giving my all when it calls upon me. But in the meantime, I can shift my focus to jump into creating my own projects. So it was with a hint of frustration that gave me the motivation to kickstart my latest personal project. It's empowering to know that I can drive it to the end at the pace that I wish and have less barriers to realize it. You may have noticed all the illustrations in this vlog are Hong Kong themed. These artworks will hopefully grow into merchandise, which accompanies my illustrated book Hong Kong Travelogue. It's a 64-page book featuring nostalgic streetscapes of Hong Kong and captures everyday scenes full of intricate details and lived-in atmospheres, such as old shops and markets. I have a video flip-through of the book if you're interested in seeing more of that project. I do really enjoy painting such scenes because it merges my background in architecture and love of all things antiques. It has been well received in Hong Kong and around the world too, selling in stores and book fairs, so I'm really grateful for that. I'm excited to grow my opportunities around this theme. At the same time, I don't want to be boxed in to be the illustrator that only excels at drawing buildings of that style or focused on a particular part of the world. I actually think none of my work is intended to be location or culturally specific. It's important to me to be able to tell stories that are universal, and when I draw from life, it's more so a message about observation and appreciating the everyday. It's hard to balance making artwork for the industry versus online audiences and consumers. I see a preference for my highly detailed artwork of buildings in the form of likes and views, but I also know that as a children's illustrator, I need to push my portfolio to be more versatile. The honest truth is that I get burnout if I stick to one subject matter for a long time. I love painting buildings, but I also want to experiment more with fantasy, atmospheric scenes, and human characters. At the moment, I still see a stylistic division between my buildings illustrations versus children's book artwork. I guess this is a commentary about managing branding as a creative. Have you experienced something similar? My current strategy is to keep these two styles a little separated, both on my portfolio website and who I approach for work. Recently, someone told me what they thought one of my projects was trying to achieve and how it aligned to their potential project. It was an interesting comment to receive because it came from their perception and conclusion of my brand, which was quite different from my own philosophy. These types of interactions helped me to understand my boundaries in a safe and professional manner. I encourage you to find your artistic voice and let it be driven by your interests and your personal values as much as you can. It's okay if it's not exactly aligned, because it's unlikely things can be so ideal. Know that you aren't lesser just because you need to cater more to a certain image in order to grow, but just remember to protect, make time, and share the direction that is true to you. I like taking the time to process my thoughts on these kinds of topics. Sometimes I wonder if this is too specific to being a freelance illustrator, but hopefully you could draw parallels to your own experiences. Anyways, on a more casual note, I'm looking forward to easing back into going out again. I have mostly been staying home since the year started, and glad to see things improving in Canada. I missed documenting my outdoor adventures and sharing them in these vlogs. I also have lots of personal things happening in the next few months and will be going through lots of changes. I look forward to catching up with you in the next vlog. Thank you for sticking till the end. I appreciate you. Bye.